Welcome aboard a tour of our Voyage 500 catamaran. Underway here. We're heading across to Anegada. We're in the main saloon. It's quite hilarious. Bar stools and everything. The motion out here is something I've been kind of interested in seeing. As the waves are about sort of 5 feet, 6 feet, maybe 6.5 feet. They're not very big. It's not a very bad day, but it's a little bit wiggly. Obviously the boat stands upright. You can see here we've got our rock collection. We have all the pottery that they've left lying around, but you can't really leave things standing out as wine glasses and stuff, people have told me. This picture frame that was left in the boat keeps falling over. So that turns out to be myth number 1 about catamarans. Let's go take a tour down through the hulls and take a look. This is just looking out the ports. Some quite exciting noises happen every once in a while. This is the galley. The big stove. We have 2 freezers, an ice maker, and a fridge. And then down in the first hull, go down below. This is underway the motion. Our little crude heads, the washing machine. I don't know why that port is in there. That's a really silly idea. You can't open it anyway. It just leaks. That's what all it does. Forward cabin. There's 4 of these cabins where our guests are staying. There are port and starboard fore and aft cabins, so 4 cabins. There's a ton of plumbing, maintenance, and hoses and pumps and everything in this boat. Maybe way too much. This is just one hatch that you pull up. So there's a lot of plumbing, nicely labeled, but a lot of holes in this boat. We're in the main saloon aboard Freedom Seeker, which is a Voyage 50 catamaran. Sort of 1980s style island kitchen, very luxurious, like a condo. Very nice looking interior. We have guests on board with us this week. There's 10 people on the boat, and it's not bad. The sea state is pretty light. We're only talking about probably 5-6 foot waves. That banging is crazy. I don't think I could get used to that. The seas are only 5 feet high and you get this huge banging sound every little while. It's quite annoying. That's just, the bridge deck on this boat is quite low, so you're getting waves hitting the bottom of the boat and they make this terrific bang. That bang. And it gets louder sometimes, so I don't know how you're ever going to sleep off watch on this. We're just on a beam reach, really perfect point of sail, making about 8 knots. So I think frankly every day we've had this boat so far, we've been sailing her for 3 weeks. I think for all of the 3 weeks, we would have probably outsailed the boat using distant shores. But she's certainly got a lot of space. It's got 4 cabins, 4 heads, 5 heads. Very comfortable space for a bunch of people for chartering. Certainly the Caribbean, this kind of boat is great.
This Voyage 500 catamaran was built in South Africa and sailed the whole way up to join the Voyage fleet in the BVI, proving she's tough enough to make the journey. The boat is well set up with decent Raymarine instruments and autopilot, and an electric winch for the main halyard. We have a 12-foot dinghy with excellent 15-horsepower engine, and Voyage's trademark dinghy lift tackle built into the boom. For sailing the Caribbean trades with a bunch of friends, these cats fit the bill. One of our group even brought a ukulele to entertain us in the large cockpit under the stars.
That's one of them.
Some nightingales are
Just a great beginning to a song, isn't it? Sadly, I wish I could.
But it wasn't all fair Caribbean breezes. We were lucky to be able to test the boat in storm conditions during our second week when a gale blew up with winds over 30 knots. 30 knots mean we need to put 2 reefs in the sails. Unlike a monohull, you can't feel the heel of the boat to know when to reef. She won't heel over, so you have to reef by the numbers. There's only one other boat out sailing in the normally busy Francis Drake Channel. Freedom Seeker handled the heavy winds pretty well all reefed down, and our crew got a chance to practice some heavy weather sailing techniques. I don't think we've been converted to buying a catamaran, but we'll likely be organizing another few of these sailing weeks aboard later in the year. Check the link in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on upcoming videos. Are you interested in the cruising lifestyle? Are you planning to sail away on a cruising adventure? Or researching cruising areas and destinations? Distant Shores is a television series about the cruising life, with lots of tips for sailors planning to sail away. This is Oswego, New York. We are entering the Erie Canal system, and this will take us all the way from Lake Ontario to the Hudson River, which gets us to New York City. Plus destination information to help you make your cruising plans.
Yeah, I can stand on the bottom.
We've been filming Distant Shores for nearly 15 years and know the fun and challenges of the cruising life. We've made Distant Shores with you in mind. We include plenty of cruising tips in this travel series, as well as lifestyle segments and hints for sailors heading to exotic destinations. Encouragement for you and your crew to get out cruising. Destinations include the Intracoastal Waterway, the Bahamas, Caribbean, the Mediterranean, Scandinavia, transatlantic passage making, the French canals, and more.